Well, Ostam the tea. Admire the work of my cartographers, Saint-Hilaire. This is Egypt in the days of the pharaohs. Everything is in here, even the canal.
The canal, General?
Didn't you know that the pharaohs built a canal joining the Nile to the Red Sea?
No.
Initiated under the king Nekao and completed under the Ptolemies, this prodigious work stood the test of time for almost 1,000 years, until it disappeared, swallowed up by the sands.
Do you believe one could find the vestiges of this canal?
Without any doubt. If we started excavating in this area, we'd unearth marvels that would reveal to the world the extraordinary splendor of the Egyptian civilization. Yet a better idea would be to dig another canal, one that would connect the Red Sea to the Mediterranean. Starting from Suez, for example. What do you think?
Well, the thing is, General, my interest is in zoology, so as far as I'm concerned, these stories about canals...
My dear Saint-Hilaire, a scholar must be curious about everything. I, for instance, had the Koran translated for me.
And this has been translated from English.
I'm under no illusion. In Paris, they will say that Egypt is a political failure and financial disaster. I will need you and your colleagues to silence my detractors. Let everybody know that our saga will have countless effects upon civilization.
This will be our way of thanking you for this incredible journey, General.
English are calling upon my men to desert by flooding our lines with this drivel. It will have no effect on them.
I'm not so sure. The men have had enough. Most of the time, we have to force them to obey.
Have their officers discipline them again. That's why they are here.
The officers, they say that you torture your soldiers, and that you will never be able to seize Egypt.
They have, Murat. Egypt is ours, almost ours. Cairo is a French city. The Nile Delta has been pacified, and all there is left to subdue is a few Turkish regiments and...
Turks and Arabs, supported by the English. Be realistic, Bonaparte. You can't go on, especially with the plague on our heels.
The doctors assure me that the epidemic can be contained.
Doctors can do nothing against fear.
I can. Let me do this. I need you.
General, I can't do anything more for you. I'm dying.
Precisely. The first one to walk away will be considered a deserter and will be shot. Does any one of you know this man?
I believe this is Colbert, General.
Is he one of your friends?
Well, actually, we come from the same town, in the Jura, General.
In that case, tell him about the Jura. Let him die with some happiness.
Come, Mama. Let's go in. It's getting chilly. But it's still light enough to see.
I want to stay until dark.
You wear out your eyes and catch your death of cold, and it still won't bring him back any sooner.
What if he doesn't come back at all?
Of course he'll come back.
How? They say the English have sunk the French ships. How can he come back without ships?
You teach him to say that?
No, it's my husband. He's showering me with souvenirs. He's afraid I'll forget him.
I want to make you forget him.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Hippolyte.
Barras, you're hardly in a position to criticize Bonaparte. You are the one who commissioned him.
To put down a riot, not conquer a country. This Egyptian adventure of his is costing us a fortune. And he hasn't made a single important conquest.
Conquest? He can't even hold on to his ships. Admiral Nelson sank them like toys.
His biggest problem is that the army is being devastated by the plague.
All these disasters are extremely tiresome. It's going to make him want to come back.
His return will be overshadowed by another.
You mean the return of the king?
Haven't you realized that the government of the Directoire is doomed? It's inevitable that Louis XVIII will rise to the throne.
Your voice trembles, as though you can't wait. But you are a member of the Directoire, and if it falls...
If the monarchy is restored, I've been promised the title of Duke. And the governorship of Bourbon Island.
Well played, Barras.
I urge you all to do the same. Take precautions, my friends, and guarantee your futures. Louis XVIII is ready to promise anything to anyone who will help him wear the crown. Madam? Bad news? He's returned.
What?
He's returned.
Who?
Bonaparte! Bonaparte is in France.
Listen to them. Just say the word and you'll have 25 million French citizens behind you.
Right now, I'm hungry.
The best thing to eat here in Lyon is hot sausage. 2, please.
Yes, sir.
was he doing?
He's responsible for my safety. Every night he sleeps lying against my door. The Sultan thought he was giving me a slave. In fact, he's a guardian angel. Very good, Rustam. You can go now.
Do you hear that? Is it making sense to you now?
Is what making sense?
The way they cheered you. And that's nothing compared to the welcome you'll get in Paris. Power is a ripe fruit, and it's yours for the picking.
I've come back to give, not to take, Joseph. No one can imagine what marvels I've brought back from Egypt.
Please, Napoleon. I am your brother.